If I were a young entrepreneur thinking of starting a service business in 2025, these are the two categories I would avoid at all costs. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. My name is Lior Vaknin. I'm a business coach who helps service businesses grow and scale their companies by mastering lead generation. And on today's video, I want to talk to you about the two categories that I would avoid starting a business in 2025 moving forward. And I'm going to explain to you exactly why in a second. But first of all, if you're new to the channel, if you don't know me, my name is Lior Vaknin. I run a coaching company called Local Service Mastery, where we teach, train, and coach service business owners on how to grow their companies by mastering lead generation themselves, and they don't have to rely on marketing agencies anymore. If you're already in the game long enough, you already know the hassle and all the shenanigans that's going on with lead generation and marketing agencies, and so you know you need to master lead generation yourself. Now, as being a coach who helps hundreds of service business owners go through this transformation, I've seen almost any category possible, and I can recognize patterns that others can't. And so in today's video, I want to share with you these two categories. And before you be like, oh my God, what is this? I want to give you a quick snippet from our call, from our recent weekly group call, where I went with one of our students within this category on why he should reconsider the industry that is in. And then we're going to jump back in here and I'm going to share with you these exact two service industries. Watch it and I'll see you in a second. And basically, after you're reaching, let's say you're starting, and again, you need to remember that right now, even a budget of $200 or even $300, it might be in an area like yours, it might be a low budget because you have competitors who are sharks, who are spending $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 a day on ads. And they're the one who will get prioritized by Google to be at the top results. I give this recommendation today to she's in a different service, but it applies to you too. And to everyone who watches this call. In the industry, you have basically two ways to approach it if you're solely relying on Google Ads. The first approach is you want to find areas with less competition, where the cost per click is lower. Why? Because the work would be the same. The methods would be the same, but there would be less competition, meaning that you'll be able to extract more money at the end of the day to your pocket. Because even if, let's say, right now, a lead will cost you $250 and every job would be $500 for a garage door, then there's $250 that goes to the technician, not to mention parts. You're already operating at a loss, which makes no sense. We're not here to help Google profit. We're here to make ourselves profitable, correct?
That's why I don't have a choice and I have to go to the job by myself. So I am the technician as well.
Okay, so again, we need to think about this without emotions. This is pure math. If you want to grow the business, it can't rely on you doing the job. This is not a business, like you just bought yourself a job. So it's better off that you work for someone else. You won't have the headache of paying Google and, like dealing with all that. No, let me be just a small technician, going for a few jobs, collecting my daily $1,000, whatever it is, and going home. No, we need to look at it as a business. So as a business, if we're relying on Google Ads, we need to make sure that we're profitable. And the way to go and be profitable on Google Ads, it's either that we're going in areas where there's not enough competition or not as much competition as where you are right now. B is making sure that your average ticket is much, much higher, that it allows you to absorb the high cost per click. How? By offering subscription plan and upselling into different services and going into gates and doing different type of work. So all of a sudden, let's say from 500, your average ticket is $1,500 or $2,000 per client. That will allow you to spend more money because you know that you have enough profit margins. That's number two.
Okay, so based what you said, in order to find the area, I have to duplicate it multiple
Before you
campaigns.
duplicate, you can do keyword research. You don't need to duplicate and run ads. No, you first need to do keyword research. And the keyword research will give you the indication of how much you want to pay in each of these areas. You first check these things. You don't first spend the money. No, you first do your due diligence. Okay, so number one is looking for areas with less competition. Number two is upselling and making sure that your average ticket is higher, much higher than your competitors, which will allow you to spend more money. And number three is focusing on services, on projects that are higher tickets. For example, again, with you, maybe the gates, again, and I don't know your business that well, but I'm just like throwing an idea. Let's say that garage door average ticket is $500, but gate installation is $3,000. Cost
Yeah,
per
I'm not
click.
dealing with gate.
No, I'm just giving you an example. Cost per click is this about the same, but here we have more profit. Maybe it's worth assigning or bringing on or even partnering. You don't need to bring in-house someone, but just partnering with a gate company saying, hey, I run a garage door company. I'm getting a lot. They don't need to know what you're doing. I'm getting a lot of gates leads. If I'm getting this, let's do a split, 50-50, 40-60, whatever agreement you reach with them.
Yeah, but if this is the case, so I just open construction company or landscaping and the high ticket, is 20, 30, 50, whatever. There is unlimited budget. It depends on the house and the customer.
Correct.
So why I need to keep fighting on small amount of money at the time I know this is high competition company
You're absolutely correct.
industry. So
This is what I would do if I were you. If I were to start a service business in 2025, I wouldn't deal with locksmith tickets who are like $150, $250. I wouldn't deal with garage door, which is overpopulated with advertisers where there's barely any profit margins at the end of the day. I would go after tickets that are $10,000 or more, where even if a cost per click would cost me $100 and my conversion rate would be 10%, so $1,000 per lead, and from this my closing rate would be, let's say, 50%. So $2,000 to acquire a client, but my average ticket is $10,000. There's enough meat for me to operate, and it requires from you, from everyone, but it requires from you to detach your emotions from your actions. It requires you to look at the numbers like a venture capitalist, like a hedge fund guy, someone who sits in Wall Street. He doesn't care if he likes Elon tweeting on Instagram or on Twitter or not. He looks at the number. You think Warren Buffett is like, oh no, I like this guy, or no? No. Let's look at the P&L, profit and loss.
they read the story on the chart.
Exactly. Does it make sense financially or not? What is the multiple? That's how you need to operate. All right. As you can probably tell, these categories are locksmith and garage door. As you can see, there's so much competition. The Israelis in America, which again, I'm proud to be an Israeli and I'm proud to be one of them, but we overtaking these industries, and it just created such a competition that it's really, really hard to shine and grow a brand in 2025. Now, this is not because we're bad, but on the flip side, like, we're so competitive, we're so hustlers and are taking things to the next level that you're entering a world full of sharks. Another thing is that not only that the cost per click and the cost per acquisition would be so high that it would barely make any sense for your business to grow, and you would feel like, oh my God, like I'm only fueling and helping Google or Facebook, feeding my technicians or whatnot, and I don't have any net profit at the end of the day. There's also some technical difficulties that you would find in these specific industries that you won't see in other industries, such as approving your Google Business Profile. In a lot of industries, it's pretty much almost like a seamless procedure. Maybe you need to do a video verification. A lot of times you don't, but it's almost like seamless. But when you're in a garage door locksmith industry, it could take months and sometimes even a year plus before you get it approved, and you need to send them all the documents you can think of just to have someone actually see it and believe that you're trustworthy and you're a real company. Second thing, Google Ads Advanced Verification. As of right now, January 2025, as of me recording this video, these are the only two industries that require you to go through an advanced verification to run Google Ads. Now, Google Ads, not talking about local service ads or Google Guarantee, simple Google Ads. In any other industry, you can just put your ad up, boom, getting approved, but not with garage door and locksmith, because with these two industries, no, you have to jump through hoops. You have to do like insane thing, similar thing to the approval procedure with the Google guarantee. You have to send them the licensing, and you have to send them the water bill, and you have to send them like all these different verification to show that you're a legit business. And this makes the procedure much harder. The third thing, and maybe the most important thing, is I would be focusing on higher ticket items. Because, for example, for a locksmith, a average ticket is, let's say, $250, $350. With ads, when you're running technicians, you're barely left with any profit margins. With garage door, let's say the average ticket is like $500, $750. It's still like you're like when clicks in some of the major cities are 70, 100, sometimes even $150 per click, not talking about conversion. So even if you're getting amazing conversion, 33% plus, that's like $450 just for a lead. That's not even for a book job. That's not including, like you have to pay your technicians, where a lot of the business owners in these industries, they do something like a split profit with the technicians, so they pay them 50%. Where's the money is at? Whereas when you learn and know how to generate your own leads, focus on higher ticket items. Focus on decking. Focus on hardscaping. Focus on kitchen remodeling. Focus on roofing. Focus on things that are in the tens of thousands of dollars average ticket. Why? Because there's enough profit margin for you to feed everyone else but still be fed. For you to pay all the bills but still have enough net profit at the end of the day that it makes sense to run the business. Because what I teach all of my students is that it doesn't matter what business you're starting. You're not in the actual fulfillment side of things. You're in the lead generation business. Because the lead mechanism of generating a lead for a locksmith and generating a lead for a roofing company or kitchen remodeling or plumbing or HVAC or a beauty salon, whatever it is, it's all the same. So why not focus on higher ticket items? Why not focus on something that your bank account and your accountant would be happy to see at the end of the month? And of course, you and your wife and your kids. So those are the two industries. And again, it's painful for me to say this, especially again, as an Israeli, as someone who has a lot of students in these industries. But again, at the end of the day, I don't work for Google. I don't work for Facebook. I don't work for anyone. And I'm here to share with you my honest opinion. And so if you're thinking about starting a service company in 2025, this is something that I would really encourage you to consider. Now, if you already have a company within those industries, it's not all right, let me shut this whole operation down and find something else. No, what you could think of is specializing in some higher ticket items, whether it's custom doors on the garage door side, whether it's security systems, if you're on the locksmith side, your industry, whether it's gates, going from garage door to gates where the tickets are higher. It's focusing on items where the ticket is higher, where it makes sense. And so I hope you find this video useful. If you did, let me know down in the comment section below. And of course, if you still haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to hit the like and subscribe for more videos like this. And that's it for now. I really hope this video was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you guys here in the next one. Peace.